Okay, let's here
Moving
we go.
along.
Number one songs. Are you ready? The number one
Mhm.
song from 2017, the year Emma graduated from high school. This is an artist named Ed Sheeran. Are you familiar with
Ed
Ed
Sheeran.
Sheeran? The Shape of You. Tell me about Ed Sheeran, Emma.
I am very familiar with Ed Sheeran. Um, well, I was obsessed with Ed Sheeran when I was, I think, in middle school. Yeah, I was definitely middle school. His first album, I like loved this album. It was so good. It was like the one with A Team and, you know, all those songs. And
Mhm.
so my dad surprised me with tickets to a concert, which was one of the most intimate concerts that I remember. Like, how we were talking about the intimate concerts. It was just at, wait, where was it? Um,
At the
it was
Wiltern.
at the Wiltern, and we were just in the pit, just pretty close up. And yeah, he's an amazing singer, and super talented, and that was a really good concert. Um, and then as I got older, he kind of dropped off for a second, like was not popular at all.
I
Kind
think
of right after the concert,
I
like I
think
felt
no,
like,
honestly, Emma, it was because he became too popular, I think, for you.
yeah, yeah, maybe.
He also
Well,
backed off a little bit. Do you remember he
he
took a little
didn't
bit of
make
a
an
break?
album. Yeah, he didn't make an album for a while. Um, right? I don't
I
know, but
I
I
can't
think he
remember
was
exactly.
yeah. No, he was still putting out music. I think you I don't know.
I
I'm
don't.
not sure where you saw him and then like, okay, I don't
Well, maybe
He did take a little.
then
that's
you
kind
moved
of
on
what
to other
happened
art
with
you moved on to other artists after that.
that's kind of what happened with like One Direction when I was obsessed with One Direction, obsessed. I mean, I still am,
Mhm.
but after I saw them in concert, I was like, okay, that was amazing. But now, okay, I saw them, it's good. So maybe that is just like I get obsessed with artists, and then once I see them, I'm like, okay, that was amazing, and I've
Okay,
had my closure.
that could very well be. But two
Hmm.
things about that. He did take a break. Don't you remember? I don't know exactly when it was. I can't remember if it was after the first album. He just backed
Yeah,
off because he was too, I mean, people were obsessed with him and he wasn't able
yeah,
to go anywhere. I can't remember exactly when that was. But also, I think of Ed Sheeran at now, who I also love. And by the way, the intimacy of his shows carries over too. I saw him at the Forum and I still felt like it was an intimate show.
hmm,
But I think his stuff is like almost evergreen. It's I mean, their songs are popular when they're popular, but he's one that I think can be listened to anytime, and
hmm,
you can still have the same appreciation for it, but that's coming
yeah.
from an old lady.
You know, your
I
mother
mean,
saw him at the Rose Bowl,
yeah,
even a bigger thing.
that's what I was just gonna say. Like from the Rose Bowl, which is like huge, obviously, and had like thousands and thousands of people in it. And she loved the concert. Like,
Mm,
I think she became obsessed with him after after
mhm.
the concert because she didn't really know him that well before. Um, but then, like, obviously, he's a great performer, great singer. He's such a talented singer. Like, that was my main thing. I was just like, he's just so talented at like at singing. But it was funny because it like my concert experience with Ed Sheeran was like this big, and I could like probably touch him. And then her experience like 5 years later was huge,
Mhm.
thousands and thousands of people. But she still loved it. So still good for him.
I'm
Yeah.
sure the show didn't change. Well, it changed a little bit, I'm sure, but because it's 100,000 people instead of just 12,000
Well,
people.
yeah. I
But
mean, he
yeah,
obviously had new stuff. Like when I saw him, I think it was only that one album,
yeah,
maybe a couple new releases or something like that. But it was definitely he only had a small selection of songs to go off of.
you pretty much discovered him.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
That's what I like to think.
You saw him busking and like, hey, this guy's kind of good.
Hey, this guy's good.